Peace to everybody. This is about Dubai finds itself entangled in case with R. Kelly. In other words, R. Kelly is putting Dubai in a situation that they don't want no part of. And as a reminder, there are words I cannot pronounce, so please don't judge me because I know there are words you can't pronounce. Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Dubai found itself entangled in the sex abuse case against American R&B singer R. Kelly on Thursday after the performer asked a U.S. judge to allow him to come to the Arabian Peninsula Sheikh Hadom to perform shows and meet with the royal family. So R. Kelly is really putting Dubai in a tangled sex abuse case, and after he asked the judge to allow him to travel there to perform there, but I'm pretty sure that Dubai don't want no part of it because they don't want to be caught up in all this mess. And when you put other countries in danger, then they don't want nothing to do with him. It's just not going to happen. Officials in Dubai and the wider United Arab Emirates did not immediately respond to requests for comment from the Associated Press regarding the singer's request, which in Illinois judge could consider at a court hearing on Friday. So there's going to be a court hearing on Friday about it, I guess. And the officials in Dubai, they have not responded to the request for the comment. So if I were the judge, I would say no because there is no way you're going to put another country in danger of what is going on right now, especially R. Kelly's got 10 counts of a sexual abuse. Nah, it's just not going to happen. I mean, where would he be able to? He can't really be allowed to do that. However, Kelly's request highlighted the close political and security ties between the U.S. and the UAE, a federation of 7 sheikdoms. It also comes as celebrities and even world leaders on the run have chosen Dubai as a safe haven. So Dubai is supposed to be a safe haven, but R. Kelly is I find it hard that R. Kelly's gonna be allowed to perform there for his tour because the judge took his passport and because the judge figured, well, he's at flight risk. So that R. Kelly is gonna split out on his court hearings, and if I were the judge, no, don't give him his passport back because the UAE and a federation of 7 sheikdoms. Nah, you can't. They've dealt with celebrities before, but this one, nah. I don't think they want to deal with R. Kelly. Kelly was charged on February 22nd with 10 counts of aggravated sexual abuse for allegedly assaulting 3 underage girls and 1 adult woman, coming after the release of a documentary, Surviving R. Kelly. He has denied ever abusing anyone. Well, R. Kelly is still denying all this, but he's got 10 counts against him and for other cases, but they're not going to charge him for the 2008 thing, but they're going to charge him for the other cases that he has done. And these women came forward and told the court or whoever that he did this to them. And of course, R. Kelly kept them scared, told them not to say anything. But you don't tell a child not to say anything. and then pay him off after that. That's just not fair at all, because children do have a right to tell their parents. And after what Jocelyn and Azaria or whatever, Azriel, excuse me, say, oh, they're happy where they're at. No, they're not. They want to go home to their parents, but R. Kelly is not letting them. He's keeping them prisoner. Before he was arrested, Mr. Kelly had signed a contract to perform between 3 to 5 shows in Dubai, UAE in April 2019. The court filing read her request permission to travel to Dubai for the shows. While there, he is supposed to meet with the royal family. April 2019? What the heck? Oh, it's supposed to, oh, his shows are supposed to be in April next month. Oh, and he's supposed to meet with the royal family. I don't think the royal family is going to want anything to do with R. Kelly. I really don't. After all these allegations against him, nah, it's just not going to happen. If I were the royal family, I'd turn him away. Tell him, no, you can't come here because you got 10 counts of aggravated sexual assault against these women, and you're not going to be allowed over here. The filing does not elaborate on where Kelly is supposed to perform. There was no immediately publicized event for which Kelly was known to be a performer, nor did anyone in the entertainment industry hear about one. So nobody in entertainment heard about it. They said, no, we don't know nothing about it. And he was supposed to perform over there. No, it's just, no, nobody heard about it. They said, no, we don't know anything about it. There was no immediately publicized event. No, nothing. It just blank. It never even came up. However, Dubai's luxury nightclubs often host hip-hop and other artists for days at a time to perform and be seen among the millionaires of the skyscraper-studded city that is home to the world's tallest building. Rich families also pay for celebrities at their parties. Wow, these parties are pretty ritzy and pretty rich. And you got a bunch of millionaires. Now, I don't know what is the skyscraper studded is. I don't know what building it would be, but these nightclubs, yeah, they pretty much do hip-hop and whatever else they do there. It all depends on what it is. It could be jazz, it could be country, it could be electric, it could be anything. It is also unclear what it meant by royal family. The UAE's 7 emirates are overseen by hereditary rulers who hold absolute power. Dubai's ruler is Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, 69. His 36-year-old son, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, serves as Dubai's crown prince and is next in line to be ruler. So the father is the ruler right now. He's 69 years old. He's got a son who is 36 years old, and he's next in line to be a ruler because he's a prince. And that's why the royal family, they are like taking things slow. They want to know who's going to be ruler after the father. So he chose his son, who is 36 years old, and yeah, he's the next in line to be ruler. The state-linked Abu heavy newspaper, the National, which has written, several times about the case against Kelly, reported Thursday on the singer's request to come to Dubai, without mentioning his claim of seeing its rulers. So, newspaper over in Dubai, they found out about it, they wrote about it, they even printed about it, and R. Kelly's still want to get over to Dubai, but like I said, I hardly think that he will be allowed over there. It all depends on which way it's gonna go with this. The R. Kelly filing comes as some of Dubai questioned the decision to host a Michael Jackson tribute show there later this month, after another documentary aired allegations the late pop star sexually abused children. Dubai Opera, which will host that event, told the AP the show would still be performed and that the venue will have no further comments. So Michael Jackson was also accused of sexual abuse, and of course Wade Robson and James Safechuck definitely lied about that. So now Dubai, they still want the Michael Jackson tribute show there later this month, because Michael Jackson's not here to defend himself, and it's just they don't want to see Michael Jackson tribute not be there. So it's very common, because Michael Jackson was so popular and so very rich. He'd done a lot for charities and everything else. Dubai, home to the world's largest man-made archipelago, the Palm Jumeirah, and an indoor ski slope in its desert climes, has long drawn celebrities craving both luxury and seclusion. Will Smith is a repeated visitor. Lindsay Lohan lives off and on in the Shikadome. David Beckham, Shah Rukh Khan, and others are believed to own property in Dubai. So yeah, Will Smith is a repeated visitor, which is fine, because Will Smith, he can go wherever he wants. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go wherever I want, so I'm going to go to Dubai. So he's happy. He's always happy to be there. And of course, they're not going to mention Tyrese in this article, but Tyrese had married a woman from Dubai, and they are both living happily. And even though he's still struggling to get his custody of his daughter, Shayla, but like Lindsay Lohan and David Beckham and Sarah, they own property there in Dubai. So they can go there whenever they feel like it, to get away from everything. Yet it is also has drawn world leaders seeking to escape their own countries. Pakistani Jennifer Pervez Musharraf, facing criminal charges back home, fled to Dubai in 2016. Former Thai Prime Minister Yingluck Shin came to Dubai to avoid a criminal conviction in 2017, following in the footsteps of her brother and the ousted former Prime Minister Daisy Shin. Look, I know the names are hard for me to pronounce, but I could shorten them, so don't worry about that. So the Prime Minister had criminal charges. He fled to Dubai to get away from it, to get away from his country, after he's been have criminal charges against him. So he flew back home. He said, like, I'm not going to go back because these people are after me. And so he decided to stay there. And there's another one that came to divide to avoid a criminal conviction in 2017. So that one happened 2 years ago. So, I mean, a lot of people are going to Dubai to get away from everything. Even if there's criminal charges against them in other countries, they say, look, we're coming to Dubai. The U.S. does not have an extradition treaty with the UAE. However, the U.S. stations some 5,000 troops in the country, and Dubai's Jebel Ali port is the biggest port of call for the U.S. Navy outside of America. So you got a lot of troops that come over there. There's like 5,000 troops. So that, and it's like, yeah, they go over there, try to protect Dubai, because Dubai and the U.S. are good together, and they do business together. And of course, this is what they do. Kelly's lawyer acknowledged that in his filing. Well, Kelly's lawyer's an idiot. Let me tell you that much. He thinks he knows everything, but he doesn't. Michael Avenatti, another lawyer that is working with these alleged victims, he's making sure that he's keeping up with the updates and everything else. So that's what he's doing. The United States and the UAE have great relations, and UAE, are not going to jeopardize their relationship to harbor R. Kelly, the filing said. So the United States and the UAE, they're in good relations with each other, and they said, look, we're not gonna harbor R. Kelly. We don't want to jeopardize the relationship with the U.S. So they decided that they gonna just not have R. Kelly there, because they just said, no, we know what he did, and of course R. Kelly won't be allowed there, obviously. So R. Kelly can go boo-hoo-hoo somewhere else, because the Dubai is not going to have this. They don't want this to happen and put people in danger there. Because after all this, I mean, the U.S. and Dubai, they do, I guess, trading deals or whatever. I don't know, so don't quote me on that part. So anyway, what do you think about this? Tell me in the comments below. I am out.